So good morning and welcome to Inspirational Slow Flow Yoga. Today we're going to start in a seated position. So you may want to have a folded up blanket or towel like I have here to support the hips and elevate the hips, but it'll bring the edge of your seat to the edge of the blanket. We're going to start in simple seated. So make sure that nothing is crossing, like my legs look like a paper clip, they're one in front of the other. If this is really uncomfortable, you can always extend one leg out and then we'll switch halfway through. You could also take a couple blocks and support the undersides of your legs. You'll also want to have a strap, so a yoga strap, or like a men's tie, a woman's scarf, or even a belt can work. So have that available today as well. We're going to start in simple seated. So move the excess tissue out of the way so you can really feel like you're grounding down into those sits bones. Notice if you're leaning forward or back and see if you can stack those ears right over your shoulders and right over your hips so that you're in one beautiful straight line. Roll those shoulders back and down. You can turn your hands upward in your lap or down. You can even cup your hands in your lap. Just go with whatever feels best for you this morning. We'll extend through the crown of the head, making sure we have nice length in our spine. And then gently close your eyes and start to connect with your body. So taking a moment to kind of scan, noticing and feeling into your body. Noticing any sensations that you have in this moment, any areas of discomfort, any areas where you feel strong or spacious. Just notice what you've brought onto your mat. We cannot change what we're not aware of. But we also want to approach this with loving kindness and acceptance of whatever shows up. Begin to notice any thoughts that are present, any feelings that are present. Again, just observing and accepting what shows up. And then begin to notice what's happening with your breathing. If you want to, you can rest one hand on your chest and one on your belly. And as you breathe normally and naturally, just begin to notice where your breath is located, how fast or slow you're breathing, if there's any rhythm to your breath, if either hand moves as you breathe. And as you bring your awareness to your breath, begin to slow and deepen your breathing. Breathing into the chest, expanding into the rib cage, and maybe breathing so deeply into the lungs that that hand on your belly presses away from the body. As you exhale, empty from the bottom up. So soften into the belly, the rib cage, and then the chest, feeling that hand lower away from your chin, sinking into your chest. Continue to breathe like this. So breathing into the chest, the rib cage, the belly. Exhaling out from the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Just allowing your breathing to smooth out. So it's coming in and out like waves. Breathing in an intention that you want to hold on to for your practice. And then just breathing out those things that no longer serve you, that interfere in your ability to be present. Just let that go. I'm going to start this morning with a meditation that I shared with my other classes this week that I just absolutely love. And I want to do this in the context of knowing that we are whole, complete, and resourceful in our essence. That's how we're made. But sometimes we get run down. Sometimes we need some assistance. Sometimes the circumstances in our life feel like they're too much to bear, and we forget about this inner wholeness, this inner resourcefulness. And sometimes we need some assistance. And so today we're going to start our practice by calling in some guardians to assist us in our lives. So the meditation that we're about to do is based on a belief that it's possible to remain united with people we respect and admire who've gone ahead of us and now reside in another realm of life. Indigenous communities refer to these people as ancestors. Christians may call them saints, or we might know them as guardian angels, protectors, wise guides, teachers. And so it's anyone we might reach out to with an invitation to come to be with us, to bring their loving, wise presence into our sphere of life. With this in mind, we're going to engage in a meditation of the four guardians. Try not to anticipate ahead of time who might show up for you. Just open your mind and your heart, being present, being open. So with your eyes closed, see yourself seated as you are now, keeping your breath nice and slow and steady. Begin by focusing on your right side. Quietly pray to yourself, come, come, come be with me. Come stand on my right side. Wait for a presence to come to you. You might not picture this person. You might only have a felt sense or an unspoken awareness of this presence. When you sense that this guardian is there on your right side, imagine a caring arm placed around your right shoulder. Now focus on your left side. Quietly pray, come, come, come be with me. Come stand on my left side. Wait and trust that a presence will come to you. When you sense that the guardian is there on your left side, imagine a caring arm placed around your left shoulder. Now focus on the space behind your back. Quietly pray, come, come, come be with me. Come stand behind my back. Wait for another presence to come to you. When you have an awareness or a sense this guardian is there behind you, imagine two hands gently placed on top of your head. Now focus on the space in front of you. Quietly pray, come, come, come be with me. Come and kneel before me. Wait patiently without anxiousness or effort for a presence to come be with you. When you sense that this guardian is there kneeling before you, open your hands and place them palms up before you. Imagine your hands being held by this caring presence. You are now surrounded, held and embraced by these four guardians. They care about you. They love you and desire what's best for you. Sit quietly for a few more moments and let their loving kindness and the blessedness of their wisdom seep into every part of yourself, especially your heart. Receive their tenderness and the healing love they bring to you. Accept their strength and wisdom in this circle of safety and love. Receive their qualities and be as fully present as possible. feeling surrounded on all sides by loving support. Begin to switch your feet out. So just put the opposite foot in front, or if you have one leg extended, just switch legs. Good. Sitting up nice and tall and lifted. Begin to roll the shoulders. So we're going to bring the shoulders up, back, and down. Just keep repeating this a few times, just bringing some movement into the shoulders. Good, let's take it in the other direction. Breathing as you move. Beautiful. And now we're just going to shrug. So lift the shoulders way up by those ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then on your exhale, just gently release. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, squeeze those shoulders up by the ears. Exhale, release. Good. One more time like this. Inhaling, squeezing, lifting. And exhale, release. Beautiful. We're going to begin to circle the head. It doesn't matter what direction you go in, but bring the ear toward one of your shoulders. Roll forward. Take it to the other side and back around. Just going to circle like this a few times in one direction. Some movement into the neck, releasing some tension that we might be holding there. Beautiful. And then take it in the other direction. So Anne Lamott said, where do we even start on the daily walk of restoration and awakening? We start where we are. Beautiful thing about yoga is it meets us exactly where we are in this moment. Bring your head back to neutral. We're going to inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Keep the shoulders down. Lengthen through the body. And then on your exhale, float your left hand to the floor. You can always place a block here. Hinge over. Try to stay grounded evenly through both sits bones. Make sure you're not collapsing. We're just hinging to the side, maintaining the length in our torso. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, float the right hand down, gently hinging over. Inhaling, coming back up. We're going to windshield wiper like this back and forth. So exhaling as we go over to the side. Inhaling as we come back up to neutral. Exhale. Feel all that length in the side body. We're stretching the lung tissue, stretching the intercostal muscles between our ribs, improving the flexibility of our spine. Nice. Go ahead and come back up. And then we're going to go ahead and gather our legs, tucking and rounding, coming into like a rounded cat position, rounding the entire spine. On the inhale, open those knees, arch the spine, lift the heart, draw the skull back. Exhale. You can also do this with both feet on the floor, so you can have your feet like this, and you can come from here if that feels better for your body. Beautiful. Go ahead and extend those legs out long. And again, let's move the excess tissue out of the way. Draw the toes back toward the nose. This is a great place for a strap. So if you have a strap, you might want to loop it around the balls of the feet. If not, just bring your hands alongside your hips onto the floor. Beautiful. Sitting up nice and tall, draw the shoulders back and down, lift upward through the crown of the head. And then on the exhale, we're going to just hinge forward at those hips. Feel free to take as much of a bend in those knees as you need. You can even place a second blanket roll behind those knees to just cushion the knees and create a little bend of support. On the inhale, lift up. We're going to do this a few times. Lengthen first. Exhale, bend those elbows, hinge forward. Maybe you can come a little deeper this time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold it out. Good. So you might decide to settle here for a few breaths and then forward fold. Maybe you want to walk your hands down the strap further if you have strap, or maybe walk your hands closer toward your feet. And then just relax your head here. Remembering that our body has a tremendous capacity for restoration and healing. All of our healing comes from within. Usually, dis-ease, health challenges, things like that come from an imbalance. But our body is designed to find its way back, to restore itself back to healing and wholeness, our natural state. We just help to provide the conditions for that. We want to foster the conditions that help with that. And being here right now is part of that. On the inhale, slowly come up. Good. We're going to loop the strap around the left foot. If you don't have a strap, no big deal. But we're going to pick up that leg. So if you don't have a strap, you can interlace your hands underneath your thigh. Good. Sitting up nice and tall and lifted here. Engage that right leg too to stay nice and grounded. Make sure you're not leaning. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring our right hand to the strap or to the leg to support it. Reach the left hand high. Stretch and reach. Again, you can take as much of a bend in that knee as you need. And then on the exhale, float that hand behind you, press down. So ground down, lift up. And let your gaze follow the twist. Twisting from the belly, the chest, and then the head. Beautiful. On the inhale, coming back around. Gently float that leg down, and then we'll switch sides. So loop the strap around the other foot, the right foot, or just begin to float that leg up, holding on to the leg. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Good. Keep that spine long and straight, keep the core engaged. Take a hold of the strap with the left hand, or hold onto your leg with the left hand. Reach the right arm up, and again, twisting from the belly, the chest, and then the head last. Press down into the floor with that right hand. Find a little more length. And as you exhale, maybe you can find a little deeper twist. Beautiful job on that inhale. Come back up. And then float that foot down. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Let those knees splay open. You can take your hands to your ankles to bring the heels in. Or if you want to use the strap, feel free to loop the strap around the edges of the feet. And then, hold on to the strap. We're going to gently encourage those knees toward the floor. Again, keeping a nice, long, straight spine. On the exhale, hinge forward. Try to keep the spine long and straight and the shoulders back and down. So it's not about how close you can get to your feet, but instead doing this with a nice straight posture, shoulders away from those ears. Relax the head. Some people might want to take a hold of the feet here, holding out a little deeper. Just see what feels best for your body. We're opening into these hips. Lots of breath. Let your breath assist you in guiding you into that state of healing and restoration. Long, deep, rhythmic breaths. Keep us in that space. When our breathing is fast, shallow, and irregular, we're in that fight or flight or that stress state. And so we want to come out of that state using the breath to help facilitate healing in our body. 3 conscious breaths take us from fight or flight into our rest and digest nervous system. The body can heal and restore. Come back to homeostasis, come back toward that place of balance, harmony. Good. Slowly begin to come up, and we'll move the strap out of the way. Good. And if you have a blanket underneath you, we're going to go ahead and move that out of the way, unless you have some issues with your tailbone or some sensitivity in the sacrum. So we're going to start moving into a boat pose. So if you need some support under the seat, feel free. Otherwise, we're going to bring the feet about hip-width distance apart, sitting up nice and tall. So we're not rolling back, we're staying nice and long and strong here. Good. And then take your hands behind your legs, begin to float the feet. So the heels are extensions of your knees, but they can, just be where it feels comfortable for you. And then, always you have the option of bringing those legs up even higher. So just go with what feels best for your body, rolling those shoulders back and down. Keep breathing. And you may choose to bring the arms up to the sides, release the shoulders away from those ears. On the exhale, gently touch the right toes down. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift. Good. Keep moving like this, moving with your breath. Exhaling as you touch down, inhaling as you come back up. Beautiful. One more each side. Good, and then just float your boat for a moment. Lots of breath here. Float those feet to the floor. And then we're going to press ourselves up into a standing forward fold. So bend those knees deeply. Have a couple blocks handy in case you want to bring the floor closer to your face. We'll probably use those in a little bit. Bend the knees, bring the belly and the rib cage toward the thighs, let the head hang here. Roll the shoulders away from those ears, keeping that spine long and straight. Good, and then on your inhale, slide the hands up the shins, lift halfway for length. Exhale, fold it out. Inhale, lift halfway, long straight spine here. Exhale, bend those knees and fold. Good, inhale, press into those feet, sweep wide, come all the way up to standing. Reaching for the ceiling, but staying grounded through those feet. Soften that tailbone down, really draw that navel in and up to protect your core here. On your exhale, float your right hand down, hinge to the right. Inhale, bring your hand back up to neutral. Exhale, hinge over to the left. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and maybe find a little back bend. Good. Inhale, back up to standing. Exhale, bend those knees, fold forward, bowing out. Beautiful. We're going to repeat that a couple times. Inhale, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep, ride the breath. Exhale, hinge right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hinge left. Starting to warm up the spine here. Inhale up. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale, back up to neutral. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bend those knees and fold. Inhale, sweep high, ride the breath. Exhale, hinge right. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Inhale up. Exhale, a little back bend. Inhale up. Exhale, bend those knees and fold forward. Beautiful. Inhale, lift halfway. We're going to set those feet back. Good. So we're going to come into a high push-up position. If you prefer to have the knees on the ground, bring the tops of the feet to the mat, but engage those legs. Either way, we're inner spiraling the thighs toward each other. Lift from the underside of the belly to make sure you don't have a dip in that low back. Broaden the upper back so you're not dumping into the chest or dumping into the shoulders. Beautiful. Whether your knees are up or down, we're going to tuck those toes, begin to bring the chest back toward the thighs, and then press the hips up and back, finding our way into a down dog. Go ahead and walk your dog out. Know that at any time, child's pose is always an option, or you could be in tabletop or half dog. Just kind of walk this out. Draw the shoulders away from those ears. Ears line up with the insides of the biceps. Your crown is moving toward your thumbs. Tail is lifting up and back. Nice long straight spine. Beautiful. Finding your expression in a down dog in this moment. Lots of breath. On the exhale, float the knees to the floor. Feel free to use a blanket under those knees if you need to for additional support. Or if you're healing in your knees and you need a blanket behind the knees rolled up, that will take some of the heat off of those knees. Press your seat back, walk the hands forward, melt the heart here in child's. So as you come back into this child's pose, keep reminding yourself that your body is designed for restoration and healing. Remember that yoga is about joining all those aspects of ourself together. It's a holistic practice. So yoga, the word comes from the word yuj, which means to join together in harmony, to bring together, to unite. Leonardo da Vinci said, medicine is the restoration of discordant elements. Sickness is the discord of elements infused into the living body. So when we think about discordant elements, it's those things that are disconnected, disjointed, or lacking in peace and harmony. Yoga brings our discordant elements together for healing, restoration, and wholeness. So in that sense, yoga is medicine. It's definitely my medicine of choice. Slowly begin to rise up. We're going to bring the hands about shoulder width distance apart, keeping them fanned nice and wide. Coming up, bring the knees directly underneath those hips. Tuck the toes once again. Press your chest back toward your thighs, pushing the mat forward with your hands, excuse me. Drawing the shoulders away from those ears, engaging the core. And then maybe we'll want to press back up into a down dog. Stay connected to your breath. Take a bend into those knees. And then step or float the feet forward to the front of the mat again. Exhale, fold out over those legs. Inhale, sweep high, ride the breath. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to start to shift our weight over into our left leg. So really plug down into that left foot, maybe even spread those toes wide, feel the whole surface of that foot pressing down into the floor, then release the toes back down. And as you start to create a solid foundation with that leg, let it rise all the way up the body, just nice strong foundation here. Bring the right foot behind you, just balancing on the tippy toe, keeping the hips and the shoulders facing forward. Roll the shoulders back and down, engage your core. You might take a micro bend in that left leg. We're going to begin to slide that right heel back toward the back wall like you're putting a footprint on the back wall. You can bring the arms out to the sides if you like. You can bring hands to heart center. You can reach them back, whatever feels best for your body today. Keep breathing. Good. We're going to do this a little differently now. So slowly begin to come back up. If you want to, you can touch the toes back down, but we're going to bring the right foot behind the left foot. So you're going to kind of wrap it behind it. Now bend the knees and start to sink down. We're going to come into a flying eagle from here. So you can keep the left toes on the floor to the outside of that right foot. You can begin to float that foot. You might even be able to wrap it around your right leg if you like. And then bring those arms out to the sides. You can stay upright, stacking ears over shoulders, or you can begin to bend forward and slide the hands back into a flying eagle position. Lots of breath. Keep breathing. Hugging the midline here. Bring your hands to your heart. Float that foot back down. Come up to standing. Press into your left foot and then just bring that right foot back around so your feet are now parallel once again. Good. Take a nice breath here, lengthening into the spine. Start shifting your weight into your right foot. Spread that foot wide. Spread the toes wide, ground down, plant it. Good. Again, stack ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, core is engaged. Bring the left toes behind you, a little soft bend in that right knee, and then begin to kick that foot back. Keep the hips level, the toes will point down, not out to the side. And then you can choose what you'd like to do with your arms. Let's go with what feels intuitive to you today. Check in with your breath. Good. On your inhale, slowly float that left foot behind the right. Crisscross. Bend the knees. You can keep that right foot on the floor out to the left. You can begin to float that foot up or wrap it around the back of your left leg. Take those arms out to the sides. Once again, you can stay upright with your eagle wings, or you can hinge forward and slide the hands back into flying eagle. Keep breathing. Nice job. Bring the hands back to heart center. Float that foot back down, coming up, ground into the right foot, and unravel those legs and shake it out a little bit. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your hips, round down to that right foot once again, and we're going to step the left foot way back, and then pivot it so it's parallel with the back of your mat mostly. Check in, make sure you have room for your hips. Your left knee is going to track with your left foot, so don't let it collapse inward, but the hips and shoulders are going to orient toward the right wall. Good. Bring those arms up, shoulders away from the ears. Into warrior two, take your gaze over your left hand. Breathe here. Really press down into that outer edge of that back foot. Engage that leg. On the inhale, let's reverse this. You can always straighten your front leg if you'd like to open this up, or recommit to the bend in that leg, your choice. Keep breathing. On the exhale, come back up, warrior two. Shoulders away from those ears. Bend at the hips, so we're going to hinge forward, bringing the forearm to the thigh, and then reach the right arm up and over. Make sure the shoulder stays away from the ear. So create space between your rib and your thigh, ribs and your thigh. In this side angle pose, make sure you're not dumping into that bottom shoulder, so root down, press down into that forearm to lift up. Good, we're going to flow between those places. So exhaling, coming back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, come back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. One more, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Beautiful. Go ahead and windmill those hands all the way down to the floor. Coming onto the ball of that back foot. You can even bring your hands to blocks if you like. Just take a breath here, stretching into those hips. Nice. We're going to slowly step our front foot back, so bring the hands to the floor. Step that front foot back to a high push-up position. Once again, you can be in this high variation, or you can bring the knees to the floor, your choice. Good. Exhale, press back, find down dog. Breathe here. And then slowly make your way into child's pose, taking a break before we pick up the other side. So yoga is a balance of work and rest, of effort and ease. In fact, Yoga Sutra number 2.46 says, Sthira Sukham Asanam. It translates to steadiness, ease, or posture, and posture. It also translates to mean to resolutely reside in a good space. So resolutely being that steadiness, good space being that ease and that seat, that posture. It's not just about our yoga practice, it's about our life. It's finding that balance between effort and ease, work and rest. It's not this or that, it's both. Slowly begin to rise up. And then we're going to press back into a down dog. Beautiful. Bend those knees and then step or float the feet forward to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold out. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Finding that steadiness, strength of the posture, but also the ease. So imagine you're like a tree. A tree is steady. It's got these roots that keep it strong and grounded, but it's flexible at the same time. There's ease, there's movement. On the inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. And then this time we're going to step the left foot back. Pivot that back foot on an angle. And then slowly come up. So that foot is almost parallel with the back of your mat. Front knee is tracking with your front foot. Hips and shoulders orient toward the left. Reach those arms up, shoulders away from those ears as you press the fingertips away from the body. Find that length. Feel rooted and grounded, strong in your warrior pose, warrior two. You can gaze over that right hand. Keep breathing. Nice. Go ahead and reverse this. Maybe you'll straighten that front leg. Maybe not. Focus on your breath. Coming back up to warrior two. Nice. Slide forward and bring the forearm to the thigh. And then reach up and over without letting that shoulder come up by the ear. Again, don't dump into that shoulder, and we're stacking our shoulders so that chest is nice and open. Breathe. Good, we're gonna flow between those places. On the exhale, come back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Good, last time. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Windmill those hands all the way down to the floor again. We're going to come on the ball of that back foot. You can bring hands to blocks if you like. Long, straight spine, just a nice opening into that hip. Breathe. Nice job. Go ahead and bring the hands to the floor. Step that foot all the way back. Coming into a high push-up position. Feel free to bring the knees to the floor. And then exhale, press back. Down dog or child's pose. Breathe. Couple breaths here. Checking in. And then slowly flip those knees back down. Adjusting as you need to, press back into a child's pose. I want to invite you to bring your hands back toward your feet or even through the opening in your legs. You can bring your forehead to the mat or to the cheek. John G. Lake said that healing is the restoration of what has been. Healing is the restoration of what has been. Again, you're meant to live in undivided wholeness. You're already whole, complete, and resourceful. It's returning to your natural state of being. Good. Slowly press yourself up. And then we're going to move the feet out of the way and make our way down onto our back. So you might want to slide forward a little. Bring yourself down. Good. Bring the feet to the floor about hip width distance. So just allowing your feet to really ground down, the knees stack over your ankles. As much of your spine is connecting with the earth as possible. Bring the hands alongside you with the palms facing up. Kind of slide your shoulder blades toward each other, like you're tucking in your little wings. As you plug into the feet, begin to really engage your legs here. Good. On the inhale, gently press into the feet and the backs of the arms and shoulders to lift up. Never move your head while you're up here. There's pressure in the neck and that would be unsafe. Instead, you want to create a base with your shoulders. Lifting from the pelvis, and then the entire torso is one unit. So don't let the rib cage flare out. Lots of breath. Stay connected to your breathing. Beautiful job. On your exhale, We're going to lower down one vertebrae at a time. Nice. Go ahead and place your right ankle just above your left knee. Flex into your foot. And then we're going to gently press that thigh forward on the inhale, on the exhale. Just release it, let it kind of come back toward you. We'll just do this a few times with the breath, or maybe your exhale is on the push, and then the inhale is the release, your choice. Good, we're going to go ahead and interlace the fingers behind that left leg if that's available. If it's not, you can always loop a strap around that leg. Bring it closer to you. Flex into both feet. Let's rock a few times here to help loosen up the hips and the low back. Rocking is very calming, reassuring for the body, the nervous system. That's why rocking babies helps calm them. Coming back to the center. We'll go ahead and take that left heel high, and then point and flex the foot here. Nice. Bend into that left knee, float the left foot down. Keeping your legs in this pigeon shape or this kind of number four shape. Bring the arms to the sides like wings. Good. On your exhale, allow the legs to go to the right. Turn your left palm down and gaze over your left hand. On the inhale, bring the legs back up. Turn the palm up, your gaze goes up. On the exhale, take the legs over to the left. Turn the right palm down, gaze over your right hand. On the inhale, bring the legs up, palms face up. Exhale, legs go to the right, left palm turns down, gaze over your left hand. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, legs go left, right palm faces down. Maybe gaze over your right hand. Good. And then we'll do that one more time each side. Come back to neutral. Bring both feet to the floor. Press into the feet, into the backs of the arms. So bring those arms alongside your body, palms face up, shoulders are back and down. Cores engaged, so that low back presses into the floor. And then inhale, lift the hips. Coming into your second back bend. This time maybe it feels stronger, maybe it's more open, more spacious. Breathe. Really engage those legs, let your back bend come from your leg strength, not just the strength of your back, but also the strength of your legs and core. Exhale, slowly lower down, take your time. Place your left ankle just above your right knee. With your left hand, gently push that left thigh forward, and then inhale, release. Exhale, gently press. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful job. We're going to go ahead and interlace the fingers behind that leg. Just rocking a few times here. Stay connected to your breathing. Good. Bring the foot up, maybe pointing and flexing here if you like. Bend into that right knee. Bring the arms to the sides like wings. We'll float the right foot down, but keep that number 4 shape. On the exhale, let the legs go to the right. Turn the left palm down, gaze over your left hand. Inhale, legs come up, palm up, gaze up. Now take the legs to the left, turn the right palm down, gaze right. Inhale, back up to center, palms face up. Good, take it to the right. Exhaling. Inhale. Beautiful, exhale, go left. Right palm down. Inhale up. Good, last time each side. Nice job. Come back to neutral. Unravel those legs, draw the knees to your chest, give them a squeeze. Maybe you rock from side to side, maybe you circle the knees together, opposite directions, just alternating, or maybe you take the knees wide and circle them opposite each other. Really open into those hips with what feels best for your body. Your body invite you into those places where you need healing, restoration, a reminder of your wholeness. Good. Come into a big, beautiful, full body stretch. So lengthen through the entire body. Maybe you stretch a little more into the left side, so the left fingertips and left toes go away from the body, and then switch sides. Just kind of wiggle back and forth a few times here. Breathing into all that beautiful space that your practice created, that your intention created. And then slowly set yourself up for your final rest position. So maybe you'll want a blanket to support the back of the head. Maybe you want something behind the knees, or you want to elevate the legs. But just allow yourself to settle in, get as comfortable as possible. Rudy Francisco said, "The world has not taken us. This alone is a good enough reason to celebrate, especially right now. This year, I will make different mistakes and breathe like it's the only occupation I have." Breathe right now like it's the only occupation you have. Coming back to a slow, deep, rhythmic breath. Falling into the stillness and the silence. Feeling all the connections of those discordant elements coming together in wholeness, in unity, in harmony. Maybe you repeat to yourself, "I'm whole, complete, and resourceful." Maybe in these last final moments, you envision your 4 guardians surrounding you, encircling you. Love, peace, wisdom, safety, security. Just calling them forward and creating a little bubble. The circle is what represents wholeness and completion. And it's infinite, it's never ending. It is your nature to live in this undivided wholeness. Slowly begin to wiggle fingers and your toes, bringing awareness back to your physical body. Maybe notice all the points where your body contacts the earth, temperature of the room, the rise and fall of your natural breath. Gently draw your knees toward your chest and begin rocking from side to side a few times. Notice which side you're breathing out of more easily. Let's roll to that side, pausing there for a moment in a fetal position. As you're ready, begin to press yourself up, finding a seated position, grounding down and lifting up to find length in the spine. Bringing your hands together where the joining of opposites heals all opposites. Pressing it toward your heart. Bow your head to your heart. I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I give thanks to the guardians who showed up to encircle us, to encamp with us, to be there as our wise guides. I give thanks to this body that's designed for restoration, healing, and wholeness. The one who is whole, complete, and resourceful in me sees and honors the one who is whole, complete, and resourceful in you. Namaste, my friends.